where if somebody comes to one of my shows and says, well, I didn't think it was very good, my answer is always, but were you any good? It's a love affair, my darling. We must agree. If somebody says, well, I don't think they're very good in the sack, well, it takes two. So it's very much about a relationship. And if you have an audience that is receptive, it doesn't mean they're in a good mood. I've played to audiences who've come out of a tragedy. There might be a city that's just gone through a shocking tragedy that week. And that doesn't mean that we don't have a really deep experience. You can have quite an experience and take a journey together. What you can't do is if you have people that are closed to the experience, shut down, it's really impossible for me to open that. Because what happens is, oh, you people will understand this. It becomes emotional vampire concert. So that means my buddy's Lappy and Taylor. What happens is that it's a draining experience. I've done concerts where the audience just sucks. They just suck the energy dry. And they don't give anything back. And it's very important that there's a conversation with energy. And so that's what creates a good show. You're a poet, aren't you? Well, you know, it's funny. I don't really think of I haven't ever thought of this before. As a creative force, I don't think of my bank account. I don't think of it in those terms because I never see it anyway. And maybe when you ask me about where does it come from, you see, the songs are alive. They're not objects. They're not like this that can be replaced. They're life forms that happen to come to me. And when I say they're life forms, and yet they come through me as ether, music, I'm having to translate them. So I'm a scribe, really. And it's very humbling when they come, because I don't know what you believe in or what your faith is. But putting religion aside for a minute, when these beings show up, I could be on a date with husband. I could be sitting at a school something with all the other mothers and my daughter, and one of these gals comes waltzing through the room. And it's one of those moments where I know beyond the shadow of a doubt that there is life beyond this planet. They are consciousness. They're not in arms and legs. They don't have bodies. But they have more consciousness than I have. So when they appear to me, I'm having then to understand their language and put it into music, if that makes any sense. So the creativity, it exists not inside me. Of course, there's some there, but I'm co-creating with this universal force that is for all of us to experience.
You're a good scriber.
In different countries, some will, it's sort of, I guess, like the Grateful Dead city, would you say? There are a few that show up. There are a few. Yeah, I mean, but I think a lot of artists have these. And
Okay, thank you.
yeah, I'm sorry, it's not. It's always nice to see them. That's what we're going to say. The water is very expensive in the hotel. That was, and I think think the laundry bill for the hair and makeup guy kind of shocked him. But anyway, other than that, maybe it's just the Marriott. I think I need to get out of the Marriott. I need to get out of the Marriott. With them in a minute, but I don't want my mouth hanging open. I will give them 100%. I've been doing this a long time. And what doesn't work is when you're trying to focus on the written word and you're trying to pose at the same time. And it's just ludicrous. It's like dating and making love at the same time.
Okay, thank you. Success.
With cultures that I haven't ever been exposed to before. I think communication is really important on both sides, for the musicians as well as for people who haven't heard it played before. There's a side to me that has a romantic view, you see, of Eastern Europe. And I'm curious, what's here? We've been kept from you, you've been kept from us. Well, we've been kept from you as well. And so I'm trying to scan. These conversations obviously are happening on one level, but this lady is looking at me also on another level. And there are other conversations being had, energetic conversations, people trying to listen, but not with words, but from chakra systems or from something deep inside, something ancient. And maybe there's something in me that believes that music transcends borders. I also think that it's a very dangerous time and a very dangerous world. And a lot of the leaders in this world are not for the emancipation of the masses, but for the control of the masses. And that includes leaders of my country. So if we, the people, don't start communicating, and this word, taking responsibility, what does that word mean? Because I've been looking at that word. That word means the ability to respond. That's what it means. And very few of us are responding. Some of us are. And I wasn't. And I looked at my little girl, and I thought of the world that she was going to be in when she's a mother. And I didn't feel right about what I was doing to change that. So I'm going around trying to listen. That's what I'm doing. Although my mouth is open most of the time, I'm trying to listen.